Good morning everybody, it is a brand new week and I am sitting here at about 6 o'clock in the morning editing last week's vlog. I have been doing fairly well on my New Year's resolution of getting up early and trying to be a lot more productive in the mornings and getting things done. So that is exactly what I've been doing this morning. I'm just here editing and I have played around with the camera settings because while I'm editing I've realized that a lot of my footage has become grainy since I started using my old camera, which is, if you're interested, a Canon PowerShot SX730HS. I bought it probably like 6 years ago. So all of the footage is fairly grainy and I think it was just in my camera settings. I am still learning how to vlog when it's not on my phone. So I have adjusted the settings now and I'm hoping that it might be just a little bit less grainy. We will see. I will be playing with the footage all throughout this vlog. But I wanted to jump on here and start this vlog because while I've been editing this, I've realized that I was talking about my son getting his peg surgery. And initially his peg surgery was scheduled for the 29th of January, so it was going to be the end of this month, but it is actually going to be happening this week. So today is actually a Monday that I'm starting recording this, and it is Monday the 12th, and his peg surgery will actually be on Wednesday, so it's in 2 days time, and I am absolutely shitting myself with nerves, only because it's a brand new thing. It's a surgery, like, you know, no one wants their 7-month-old to have to undergo surgery. It's quite scary. You don't really want a child or a baby to be under anesthetic any more often than what they need to be. He's already been under anesthetic recently when they did a exploratory LBO through his throat, and they also did an auditory brainstem test. So he's been under anesthetic at the end of November, I think. So it was only a few months ago. And he was fine. He was okay. But this one is an actual surgery. So we will be going into the kids' hospital, and so I wanted to start this vlog because basically it's just going to be about that. It will be a true spend a week with me with a medically complex baby because we will go in and we will most likely be in for a couple of days while he recovers, and also while they can actually teach me all of the ins and outs and nuances of having a peg, because it is a brand new thing for me to have to learn, and it's a tube that will literally come out from his stomach to be able to feed him. So instead of going through his nose, now his feeding tube will go directly into his tummy. So it's a brand new thing, and I'm quite nervous about it. Obviously, like risk and infection changes, all of that sort of thing. So I thought I would start this vlog off now. It's probably going to be relatively short compared to most of my other ones, especially since I've been slamming more than 1 week together. But I thought I would bring you along anyway because it may be interesting, and if you have a medically complex baby, or if you're just curious and you just want to see what it looks like, I thought I would bring you along with me. So I'm going to edit here, and then I'm going to probably just count down the minutes until my children get up because that's pretty much what I do on a daily basis anyway. I don't really know what we're getting up to today. It'll probably be fairly relaxed. We had a massive heat wave go through pretty much all of Australia last week, where temperatures around us were going into the 45s and it was really hot. And yesterday it just randomly decided to sit at 23 and be rainy and cloudy, and actually it's quite cold compared to 45 degrees. So it's still kind of that weather at the moment. Like it's sunny outside, but it's like it's cool. It's actually quite cold. Like I've got goosebumps on my legs, so it's not a hot day. But I don't know what we're going to get up to today. I've got both kids with me, no daycare today, so I've got both kids and I'm just wondering what we might get up to. We might try and do some activities, but yeah, not really sure yet.
Maybe after you come.
It is many hours later. I've got both children down for a nap, victory, and I am going to finally actually start putting my dresser organization thing, vanity thing, completely and utterly together, because I've had it for the last couple of weeks since I vlogged about it being put together, and so I've got it, but I just need to actually like go through and throw out all my old things, my skincare, my perfumes, all of those sorts of things that just don't have a business being transferred to the new spot. So now that both kids are down, I'm gonna go do that and actually get it done. Still not perfect, but a lot better than what it was. So the mirror slides out and you can see what's in there. This also does light up too, so that's pretty cool. And then I've got my makeup just in here. This does need more organization. Whatever, it's alright for now. And then those 3 doors just have an assortment of hair things, some other skincare, like leftover skincare stuff, and then just like some Panadol and tablets down there. And then on the side here, I've just got the bigger hair care products, my jewelry, and just some earphones and a headband and my watch and charge station. So I really, really like it. I think it looks good. It's a good size. Just backing up there, it's actually quite a decent size. Like, it's not huge, but it'll do the job for sure. It is another day, so good morning. We are getting ready for my son's surgery tomorrow, and I just had to go and pick up this quite hefty parcel from the post office, because for some reason Australia Post is a delivery system that does not deliver. They decide that they can just drop things off at the post office without even attempting to deliver. How do I know that it wasn't even attempted? Because I live and work at home and I hardly ever leave it unless I have to go to appointments, and I know for a fact that the day that they apparently attempted to deliver, I was actually at home and they never even once came up the driveway. So that aside, one of the things that I do every year as part of my brand new year refresh, reset, organization, you know, lifestyle, is to hit up Bath and Bodyworks in their like Boxing Day sale. So I absolutely refuse, to the nth of my degree and to the absolute last day I take a breath, to spend a full amount on what Bath and Bodyworks charge for their hand soaps. But what I will do is spend money on their Boxing Day sales. So this year was, unsurprisingly, exactly the same. So I sat down on Boxing Day and I gave myself a little bit of a treat by going through all of the scents, and like I get some of their Christmas ranges and basically anything that they have on the deals, and I buy them, so then throughout the year I don't have to worry about hand soap, but I have really, really nice smelling ones always on hand in the cupboard ready to go. Now, first things first, one of these have obviously exploded. The packaging smells divine because it smells like soap, but either way I'll have to clean these off, but let's just go through this. So the first one I got is Pink Sparkling Spritz Snow Beach Berry. It's like a lovely orange little bottle. It's actually quite pretty. Gingerbread Bakery, absolutely dripping off the packaging. This one is North Pole Punch. The next one is Crushed Candy Cane. The next one, it looks like it's a Halloween one, and it's actually Candy Apple Cauldron. Ah, found the culprit. Kitchen Lemon. So, and it's literally half empty, as you can see, and the lid is actually loose. So okay, we found the culprit. That's a good thing. Well, what I can say is Kitchen Lemon smells divine, lovely and fresh. And the next one, hopefully none of these have any leaking on them. Oh, no, I think we're good. Okay, so this one is Cozy Winter Cottage. Salted caramel pretzel, vanilla bean Noel. I have had this one before and it smells really, really nice. Strawberry pound cake, winter candy apple. Then we got sea and sandstone, baking spirits bright. Most of these are the holiday collection, but not all of them. And even still, even if it is a holiday soap and you pull out, like, I don't know, say you pull out the gingerbread bakery one throughout the year and your hands smell of gingerbread, who cares? Who gives a fuck? It's soap. Interesting, because then you can't check if you got everything. I'm assuming this is everything I ordered, but I will have to check my phone for the order. And I will also pop it up on screen how much this all cost me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 soaps. I will pop it up on screen. From memory, I think it was like maybe $130. Let's see if I'm correct. Good morning, everybody. It is surgery day. So we are up normal time, nice and early, to get everything done. Last few things packed and in the car, so we're ready to go. Probably be getting out of here in the next sort of 15-ish minutes. I've got my snack bag packed, I have got baby boy's clothes, I've got my clothes. I'm about to pack a pumping bag and his feeding bag. So let's get that done. Let's get him up. Let's get in the car. Let's get this over with. So he's just gone in. Now we wait. Surgery is done. We are back on the ward. Just talking softly because we're in a shared room. So we're back on the ward. The surgery went really, really well. He did have a little bit of problem during the surgery with his oxygen. Kind of expected that. But he's done really well. So now we're just in the recovery mode of things, with doctors coming in and out every 5 seconds to check. And then also, obviously, the education around the peg has started. So we will learn what to do, how to clean it, all of that sort of stuff. But he's done really, really well. He's asleep again. So yeah, it's never easy seeing a baby coming out of anaesthetic because they look so confused. But he did really, really well. Good morning, everybody. It has been probably about a week, I think, since I last filmed a clip for the vlog. And so I thought I would jump on here, kind of give you a bit of an update as to how things have been going since my son had his peg surgery and kind of what we've been doing. To absolutely nobody's surprise, I have not really been vlogging very much over the last week. And if you watch my TikTok, you may know why. And that's because Charlie has had a very, very unfortunate week in terms of recovering from his peg surgery. So essentially the actual surgery itself, like I reported in the previous clip, was absolutely fine, but the recovery was brutal, is brutal. Basically Charlie has been in a lot of pain and he's been really uncomfortable, and Panadol was not cutting it. So while we were at the hospital, they were very hesitant to give him anything because he has apneas when he's asleep. And so if you give like a baby strong pain medication, like that can affect their breathing. So I absolutely 100% respect that. But the problem is then that meant I've had to watch my baby for the last 8 days be very uncomfortable and in quite a lot of pain. And so we went home, like I ended up basically discharging us out of the hospital because they just weren't doing anything, and I couldn't see the point of just watching him sit there when I could just watch him sit there at home with Panadol. So we ended up coming home on the Saturday. And so since then, Charlie's obviously been trying to move a lot more, which means he's been in a lot more pain. And so we've been really on top of the site, just trying to make sure that the peg is nice and clean and dry and that there's no issues. But we took him into the hospital yesterday for a review because he wasn't settling down, and the stoma gastronomy nurse was just concerned that something was wrong because there seemed to be an excessive amount of discharge. So yesterday we were back up at the Children's Hospital and basically found out that what's happened with Charlie's peg is that the hole where the peg goes into, so I would call it the spaceship because it kind of looks like a spaceship. I'll pop a picture up on the screen of what it actually looks like, but
the part that actually goes down into his tummy through a hole, that has obviously wiggled quite a lot, and so it's actually stretched the hole and the skin bigger than what it needs to be, and it should normally have contracted back down and created like a suction around that part, but it hasn't been able to do that because the skin around it has basically become red raw and split. So because it's split, he's now got like basically an open wound, and because the hole into the tummy is wider than it should be, there's more stomach juices and milk and contents coming out than what should be, and that's basically causing a really yucky, swampy conditions for that split skin to try and heal, and is basically like pouring lemon juice on top of a paper cut for him. So it completely explains why he has been so uncomfortable the last week, and why, you know, certain movements seem to be okay and certain things seem to be okay, but then there's just those other ones that are not, and he squeals in pain and is really uncomfortable, and we just can't seem to really settle him down. So now we have a care plan to try and take care of that split skin so it can get a chance to breathe and heal and actually fix itself, because once that fixes itself, the skin around the actual peg will be able to contract and hopefully make like a better seal around the line that goes into his tummy, and that way less juices will come out. If less juices come out, the skin around it won't get irritated. So as you can imagine, it is an absolute vicious cycle, and so it's a really big learning curve. And I just many times in the last week have thought to myself, like, mum guilt to the nines, like absolute to the max, because I made this decision, like his father and I made this decision for him in an effort to try and improve his quality of life, and I just feel like we have exponentially made it worse because he's on a very slow feed now. So usually he would have his feed running over an hour, half an hour, and at the moment it runs over an hour and a half, so 90 minutes, because if it runs faster than that, he gets really uncomfortable and cries and screams. And now that also kind of makes sense, because as his belly expands, the skin on his belly also expands and basically splits again. So it kind of makes complete sense why the poor little bugger has been so uncomfortable. And it just, yeah, one of those things that you feel really bad about, because you're like, I should have known better, I should have done better, I should have done 100 other things, but I didn't, and I was doing all of the instructions that I was told to do, and now we've just got different instructions to try and help the skin to repair itself. So we are doing the best that we can to help him to feel a little bit better and hopefully get on a recovery track, because at the moment life has been brutal, and because it's been brutal, my house is a shit tip. Baby boy has woken up and is in need of cuddles, so I'm going to sit down and play with him on the floor for a little bit, and then as per usual, his feeding schedule kind of takes over. So yes, it does. So very soon it'll be time to start getting a feed ready. It is, yes it is. Basically sit down, have a drink of water, get a bottle ready for him. I need to pump again, and then, oh dear, I'm breaking things. Need to pump again, and then it will be time to go. So somewhere in there I have to find time to deal with this, and that is our life. That is what we do day in, day out at the moment. So thanks for joining me though. I might actually finish this vlog off, you know. I'm hoping that I might be able to get back to trying to post weekly next week, if Charlie is feeling a lot better and we can actually go out and do some things to vlog, so it's not just cleaning videos and homey like videos, that there's something else in there to share. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week, or hopefully next week.